Good morning. I have decided that I am going to start a new series about the colors and symbolism of La Santísima Muerte, did by a commenter from yesterday who noticed that I often use the orange robe image of Santa Muerte and wanted to know more about it and the diversity of the robe colors. I'm going to start off by saying traditionally, the original robe colors of Santa Muerte were black, white, red. Okay, negro, blanca, roja. Okay, negra. Sorry. Now we have the 7 protections, the 7 different colors, et cetera, right? You got blue, yellow, pink, purple, green, and orange. And orange today is what I'm going to be talking about. Orange is not often seen, not often used. And first I'm going to start out with just traditional culture from the area, right? So orange being the color of marigolds. Marigolds being used often on ofrendas. They are considered the flower of the dead. They are considered the flower of Dia de los Muertos, which is La Santísima's holiday, right? The Day of the Dead. And the flower is used sort of as a trail of breadcrumbs, a map for the spirits to go from their gravesite or their burial site home to the ofrenda to their family on the Day of the Dead. Marigolds are very bright in color, so they are considered bright enough for the world, both worlds to see and merge together. It's a gateway, a doorway between life and death. It's the cycle of life and death as well. If you've ever seen Coco, the Disney movie Coco, the way that they portray the marigolds is quite beautiful. In my opinion, the orange robe can be used not only to bring forth that kind of energy, but as well for ancestor work and veneration any time of the year. It doesn't have to just be during the Day of the Dead. You can also use it, again, in my opinion, right? Because I practice esoteric Santa Muerte, not traditional. In my opinion, I work with the real roots, but so you can also use the orange robe for mediumship ability amplification practice, bridging that gap between the worlds in order to amplify your psychic work, spirit communication. A lot of people who work with the orange robe within the 7 protections would consider the orange robe to be a road opener, getting blockages out of the way. A lot of times, people who are trying to overcome bad habits, addictions, compulsions, such as gambling, substances, food addiction, use the orange robe to overcome those things as motivation, right? The bright, vital color amplifies the motivated energy, so to speak. A lot of people, because of that, use it for weight loss as well. Sticking with Aztec culture, Nahuatl culture, we also have the number 6 being associated with the color orange. In Aztec culture, the number 6 was the number of death, and it was symbolized by skull and moon. And it was also associated with Venus Day, which is Friday in the Bible, and in Catholicism, Friday is Venus Day. Friday is the 6th day. In the occult, it can be considered Venus Day, right? A day for the feminine, for self-care, self-love, sensuality, those things. And I say that to then say that orange is also associated with the sacral chakra, Shakti energy. In Eastern traditions, particularly Hinduism, yogi traditions, things like that, Shakti energy is the feminine. It is pleasure, creativity, joy. It's the higher self, sensuality, all of those things, right? So we may associate the feminine and sensuality and love with the pink and red robes of Santa Muerte. In this instance, you can also use orange if you know how to use it. It is also associated with water, the dead, the underworld, right? And fire, vitality, life. It is the merging of those 2 worlds. The orange robe is very, very powerful. And in my opinion, this is why it is important to read books, to study different traditions, different cultures, and understand symbolism globally throughout millennia. Because then you can start to see how many, many things coincide and are similar. And you can start to utilize